The last time we saw a rebrand from this company was a quarter century ago. YouTube wasn't a thing, the iPhone was just a dream, and I was sleeping in a crib. Today we're talking about a name that every person on this planet knows, and that is Amazon. That's right, the e-commerce king, the tech giant, the company that ships you socks, streaming shows, and possibly your next healthcare appointment. Just hit the refresh button on their brand for the first time in over 2 decades. We're going to take a look at what this rebrand looks like, why Amazon did it, and what my thoughts are. But before we get into it, be sure to support the show by giving this episode a like, leaving a comment, and of course, by subscribing. This is Ziggy the Designer, the show where we talk about the world of graphic design and the people who make it move. Design is all around us, so we might as well talk about it. Now, if you have a keen eye, you would have noticed these changes have been happening at Amazon over the past year, right? The rollout has been slow, it's been methodical, but now, within the past week, it's official. Fast Company published their article talking about this rebrand. Creative Boom published their article, and Brand New published their thoughts on this as well. And now we're going to talk about it here on Ziggy the Designer, so let's open it up. First of all, don't expect fireworks at first glance here. This isn't one of those dramatic social media melting overhauls. It's not Tropicana level shocking. It's subtle, maybe a little too subtle depending on who you ask. The smile, right, that iconic Amazon smile, it's still there, right? The arrow from A to Z lives on, but now it's curvier. It's friendlier. It's more confident. It says, yes, I'm Amazon. You know who I am. The new Smile Orange color, as they call it. It's a bold, vibrant touch, replacing the older blue-orange combo that felt a little outdated, let's be honest. The typography, gone is the old Amazon wordmark. Enter Amazon Ember Modern, a custom font that's now used across everything, right? It's clean, neutral, tech-savvy. It's meant to bring consistency across all platforms, from mobile apps to Alexa interfaces to delivery boxes. And the agency behind the magic is Kodo. Kodo has worked with Airbnb, Uber Eats, right? You bring them in when you want cohesion and taste. And trust me, this was no quick logo swap. This was a systemic rework of the Amazon brand. Think of it less like a paint job, but more like re-architecting the whole house. So let's talk the why. Why did Amazon rebrand? Because listen, Amazon didn't drop a rebrand just to look pretty on LinkedIn, right? This was about brand control. This was about brand clarity. It was about cleaning up chaos that had been bubbling under the surface for years. Over the last decade, Amazon has ballooned into a Frankenstein brand monster, right? Looking at Amazon Prime, Alexa, Fresh, Pharmacy, MGM, Ring, One Medical, right? 50 plus sub-brands, each doing their own thing, each with their own logos, their own colors, their own identities. Some were sharp, some were less than sharp, we'll say. Internally, it was a mess, right? Teams designing assets on the fly, sub-brands looking like distant cousins rather than siblings. Consumers couldn't tell what was official Amazon and what wasn't. And for $1 trillion company, that's a problem. So what do? You bring in a global branding powerhouse and say, fix it, clean it up, make us look like one Amazon again. And that's what Kodo did. Right now, every sub-brand fits into a clear structure. Each brand has its own color, but they all play by the same rules. You see Amazon Prime, right? You know it's Amazon. You see Amazon Fresh. It's the same deal. Even One Medical got a glow up with a calm, clinical green inspired by, that's right, Scrubs. This wasn't about aesthetics. This was about alignment. It's the kind of rebrand that saves companies millions in confusion down the road. This was a play for the long term here. So yeah, there's a strong business case here, and it's a smart one. Now here's where I come in as Ziggy the Designer, right? Designer hat on, mic hot. Let's talk feelings, because I got some mixed emotions on this one, right? On one side, this rebrand is genius, right? Kodo cleaned up 25 years of visual brand clutter. They created a system that'll scale across every Amazon product, across every platform, every country. That's not easy, right? That is craft at its finest. I respect the hell out of it. But, right, and this is the pivot point here, the moment of tension. I wish they'd pushed further, because when Amazon spends this much time and this much money on a brand overhaul, I can't help but want a statement, right? I want drama. I want disruption here. I want my mom to see the new logo and go, wait, Amazon changed something here? Instead, we got a soft touch, right? A refined typeface, a brighter smile, a cleaner grid. It's all very smart. It's all very strategic, but is it memorable? Is it cultural? And look, Amazon has the clout to redefine what a tech brand should look like in 2025, but instead they decided to play it safe. And this has been the theme so far for brands in 2025. We saw it with Walmart earlier this year when they dropped what was probably the most underwhelming rebrand I've ever seen. Look, I'm not saying that, Amazon needed a full, neon rebrand or to drop the smile altogether here, but I do think they missed a shot to be bolder, to shake the table, to, not just make this a moment, but to make this their moment. And look, right, maybe when you're worth $1.8 trillion, you don't need to scream, right? You whisper and the whole world hears you. But a part of me wishes that they yelled. So did Amazon deliver? Yes, as they always do. But did they blow my mind here? Not quite. Now that it's here in all of its glory, how do you feel about this Amazon rebrand? Are you a fan, or do you also wish for something a little more here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all I have for you. Be sure to give this episode a like, subscribe, and share. I've been Ziggy the Designer. If there are 2 things you need to know about me, it's that 1, I love design. And 2, I'm very opinionated. I'll talk with y'all later. Bye-bye.